Even the best cartoons slip up sometimes, and Bluey is no exception. While we love this adorable Aussie pup, we've spotted some new animation errors throughout the series. From disappearing fur to objects magically moving on their own, these little blunders make watching Bluey even more fun. Let's explore some of the funniest animation errors we've found. The tale of the phasing tail. First off, in the episode Dirt, Judo really wants to play in the mud with Bluey and Bingo, but her mum Wendy says no. Later, we see Judo sitting on the stairs, looking sad. When Wendy sits beside her to comfort her, something weird happens. Her tail phases right through the stairs. It's just a blink and you'll miss it moment, but our eagle eyes caught it. Bandit's magical, shape-shifting fur. This next one is quite funny. Poor Bandit, he just can't catch a break when it comes to animation errors. In Asparagus, when Bluey turns him into a peacock, the black patch on his back suddenly appears on his chest for a split second. And in Fairies, right after he carries Bingo, the fur above his eyes mysteriously disappears. Someone get this dog a fur stylist. The camera flash that defies logic. Moving on. In Bob Bilby, Bingo brings home the Bob Bilby puppet and takes photos to document their weekend. But when Chili takes a selfie using her phone's front camera, the flash from the back camera lights up instead. Either Bluey's animators bent the laws of physics, or Chili's phone has some next-level technology. Dancing envelopes? Dance mode is all about grooving whenever someone activates the game. But in one scene at the post office, as Bandit starts dancing, an envelope in the background moves back and forth too. Maybe it just wanted to join in on the fun. Bingo's bedtime mystery. Next, in the episode Zoo, Bingo is sad about a game ending, and we see a lowercase b carved into her bed frame. But moments later, when Chili comes in to comfort her, the B magically turns uppercase. Is the Healer household full of ghostly carpenters when Bluey's room decides to remodel itself? In this episode, Bluey is getting used to her own room. At first, there's only one shelf next to her bed, but in another shot, a second shelf mysteriously appears. Later, we see Chili setting up the extra shelf, so the animators must have accidentally used a scene from the end of the episode earlier on. Bluey's spots play tricks on us. Next, in Pirates, Bluey and Bingo are holding onto a net when we see all three of Bluey's back spots at the same time, but from different sides of her body. That's not how spots work. And in the same episode, a dad and his pup disappear from the playground when Bandit gets embarrassed. Maybe the blue whale, aka Bandit, swallowed them whole. The mystery of the movie theater wall. At first, it looks like we're in two different parts of the theater. One showing a Mario-style game with a dog version of Princess Peach, and another screening a romantic movie. But wait, in one scene, the wall turns purple, and suddenly, two totally different movie posters appear, one with a little bee and another for a detective film. Still think these are separate areas? Think again. The next mistake proves otherwise. The magical $4 fridge. In two different scenes at the theater, there's a fridge stocked with green bottles on top and yellow ones below, plus a sign that says $4. But here's the weird part. In the second scene, there's another $4 sign inside the fridge, but in the first scene, it's nowhere to be found. Did the fridge gain an extra sign out of nowhere? The mystery of the disappearing fruit. In Tickle Crabs, Bandit grabs some fruit to throw at Bingo and Bluey, but as he reaches into the basket, an orange straight up vanishes. Did the crabs steal it? Bandit's tail vanishes. In Hotel, Bandit is spinning on a bed, and for a split second, his tail disappears. Imagine Bandit just walking around tailless. Now that would be a horror episode. The floating sweat drop. In the creek, Chili wipes sweat off her forehead, but if you look closely, the sweat isn't behind her arm. It's floating in front of it. That's not how physics works. Mackenzie's fur mishap. In the creek, Mackenzie walks out of the bushes with his fur looking completely black, but normally he has a white spot on his head. Guess it got lost in the animation shuffle. Hand-drawn smiles gone wrong. In Magic Xylophone, the Healer family draws faces on their hands. Bluey's character has a smile, but later it suddenly turns into a frown. Did she erase and redraw it off-screen? The restaurant lady's face swap. When Bandit and the girls are waiting for their food, we see the restaurant lady through the window. But here's the catch. Her face looks white. The moment she steps outside, boom, her face is back to normal. Did she just get an instant tan? Bandit's body gets totally twisted. In Butterflies, Bluey, Bingo, and Judo are having a blast playing. But when they gang up on Bandit, something goes seriously wrong. If you pause at the right moment, Bandit's whole body looks completely twisted. His arm is somehow touching his cheek in the weirdest way. Poor guy. Even the animators seem to be against him. Muffins, magic, wrapping paper. In the Christmas swim episode, everyone's unwrapping their gifts when Muffin starts tearing into hers. But hold up, look at the side of the box. The wrapping paper folds disappear right before our eyes. Guess the gift wrap decided to unwrap itself. Bluey's telepathic balloon kick. In Mum School, Bluey walks through the living room and kicks a yellow balloon. Sounds normal, right? Well, not really. The balloon moves before Bluey even touches it. Either Bluey has telekinetic powers or an animator got a little too eager, pulling off a moonwalk without even trying. Extra arm alert. In Pass the Parcel, the parents aren't too thrilled with Lucky's dad changing the rule. But if you zoom in on Jasper G's mom, you'll notice something off. She has two arms on one side. Either she's part octopus or the animators had a little mix-up. Time travel in the Healer house. In Fruit Bat, Bandit is drying Bluey's head while Bingo stands in the background. If you look through the bathroom window, it's still daytime. But wait, the episode already showed it was nighttime. Does the Healer house have different time zones in each room? The case of the changing family photo. Throughout different episodes, a framed photo of Bluey and Bingo keeps mysteriously changing. In one version, Bluey has one eye closed and her tongue out. Later, her tongue is gone. Then, in another episode, both of her eyes are open. Did someone keep replacing the picture? Or did the animators just forget what it originally looked like? Where did the toys go? In Magic Xylophone, Bluey and Bingo freeze Bandit and pile a bunch of toys on him. When he unfreezes, he throws them all on the ground. But later, when they return to the garden, the toys have vanished. Either the girls cleaned up at lightning speed, or the animators just forgot. Mysterious school kids. In Mums and Dads, Rusty and Indy pretend to be parents, and at one point, they run past two kids on a swing. The problem? Those kids are from Bingo's school, not Bluey's. Did they enroll in two schools at once? A case of the missing pillow. In Keepy Uppy, Bluey wakes up and stretches in bed. But wait, where's her pillow? We've seen it before, so either Chili forgot to put one on her bed, or the animators just didn't bother drawing it. Stripe's wonky eyes. In Camping, Stripe is sitting by the campfire when he closes his eyes. But look closely. One eye is closing normally, while the other looks completely upside down. Talk about a face glitch. Trixie's vanishing face spot. In Muffin Cone, Trixie is driving Muffin to Bluey's house. At one point, a dark spot on her face just disappears for a second. Either she has the world's fastest healing powers, or the animators made a little oopsie. Bluey's spot takes a jump. In Trampoline, Bluey and Bingo are bouncing around when suddenly Bluey's back spot jumps to her belly for a moment. Maybe even her spots are having fun bouncing. The mysterious ladybug spot. A tiny detail, but in one episode, a ladybug has 3 spots. Then, in the next scene, it suddenly has 4. A magical spot just appeared out of nowhere. Tomato multiplication magic. In Favorite Thing, Bingo starts with 4 cherry tomatoes on her plate. 2 get knocked off, so that should leave 2, right? Nope, when we see the plate again, all 4 are still there. Either Bingo has some serious tomato refilling skills, or the animators didn't keep count. Bandit's unicorn moment. In Pirate, Bandit is swinging in a hammock, pretending to be a pirate ship, but if you watch in slow motion, you'll notice something hilarious. His 2 ears merge into one, making him look more like a unicorn than a dog, and that's just a taste of the wacky animation errors hiding in Bluey. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun discovery.